Are you a busy tutor like myself and finding that you're looking for ways to help your students create text and share it in a publishable form? So I recently have been experiencing this myself, and one of the members of the Tech Hub for Tutors actually just reached out to me today and was asking me, Sheryl, I want my student to create a book and I need some suggestions. So rather than just create a video for her, I thought, well, there's other educators out there that are kind of curious about it. And especially if you are not somebody that's maybe well-versed in the tech that goes along with tutoring online, this could be a stumbling block for you. So I'm here to help you. So very quickly, you can get a Canva account for free. And that's one of the tools I'm going to suggest to you. You can also use the Google Workspace for free, and you can use Google Docs for free. So you can set up a Gmail account, and when you set up your Gmail account, we'll go there first, you get Google Docs. And to access Google Docs, you just go to docs, D-O-C-S, .google.com. And I'm going to share my page and just show you a blank document. Now that we're in Google Docs, you can see that it gives me some options for templates, meeting notes, email drafts, and more. If I wanted to come over here and choose a template, there are some choices for background options. They may or may not work for what you want your student to be doing, but I'm going to leave that up to you to go ahead and look at those. I'm not actually going to choose a template right now because right now I just want to show you how you can work within a document. If you wanted to have chapters to your book, one of the things that you could consider is adding tabs. And each time you add a tab, it becomes a separate page. But if you're wondering what the templates, meeting notes, and email drafts and more are, those can go bye-bye here. So I'm just going to click some letters of the alphabet here. And you can see that my text is on the page. Clearly, that has nothing to do with what we're doing as far as writing, because this is not a tutorial about how to write. It's how to use these tools with your students. But if I wanted to keep track and maybe say chapter 1 or the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, the end of the story, what I would do is I would come over here to the 3 dots and I would rename this. So I would simply click the rename and I might say beginning. Now, I am maybe using this as a shared document. So maybe there's actually nothing on this yet. So I'm going to want to make sure that I name this, and we'll just call this new story. Okay. And then when you're ready, what you'll do is you'll come up to the share page. Now, I'm not actually going to click the share page because I have some other people's emails that will show up, and I'm not going to come in and edit this. But when you go in and click the share page, you are going to add the email of the person that you are going to share it with. And then there's going to be a drop-down button that will tell you that you need to change the editing rights. So they can either view it or they can edit it, and you're going to want them to be able to edit it. Once you do that, then you are going to be able to share the link, okay? And it will prompt you and it will say, share the link. Then you can share this link out with your student. Now, there are some things that you can do inside of a Google document where you can, once you have added your text, you can go in and add images. So let's say that we wanted to add an image at the top. So maybe we want to stick the image inside of maybe a frame or something. There's some things that you could do. What you could do is you could insert a table and come over here, and let's say I just want to have just a block around this image, and my cursor is blinking inside of it. So I'm going to say insert an image. Okay. Now, if you've got an image on your computer that you want to add, you can simply go upload from your computer. You can go through your drive. You can go through your photos. You can take a picture with your camera, which is kind of nice. If the student has drawn a picture, then you can grab a picture from that, or you can add a URL link, which isn't going to help us very much with an image. Okay. So what I'm going to go do over here is I'm just going to search the web, and let's say that they're writing a story about a panda bear or something like that. And so let's just see what we can find for Panda. Now, these are just photos that are out there, and I'm going to leave it up to you to decide if you need to look into copyright issues, but I'll just grab one and stick it in here so that you can see. It's going to prompt you to say insert. Okay, and now you have a cute little panda that has a frame around it. And so that's just one simple little thing that you can do. Let's say that you want to now add another page. You don't want to just keep going. You just want to have one page at a time. So we're going to add a document tab. It will automatically go below it. You can always rearrange these if that ends up being in the wrong spot. You can just click and drag, but I'm going to put it right back where it was. And then I might maybe say, and as a matter of fact, it added a, I'm going to see if I can move this over here. No, it will not. I probably did something wrong here, but I'm going to go in here and rename this as middle. Okay. And then again, you can go through the whole thing with the typing and everything, and then you can see. So if I only want to see the first page, there's first page, here's the next page. If I wouldn't do that, then I could just keep this going as a running document. I can just keep typing on here. The student can just keep adding and all that. There are some options for fonts. Okay, so if you want to change the font, you're going to highlight the font. Okay, then you're going to come up here to, I have to remember, hang on just a minute. My little camera's in the way. We're going to come up here to right here. We're going to pull down, and maybe you like Luckiest Guy, or maybe you like Oswald. Those seem to be the ones that I tend to use. We can change the size. We can, by simply clicking, or you can click the box and actually put in the size font that you want. We can adjust the indentations. We can put it off left or right and do lots of things. So make sure that you're looking up here at your guide bar or your toolbar for that. And let's say you wanted to change the color of the font. Again, you can just simply click, drag, highlight, and quickly change the color of the font. And that would be highlight. So I want the letter A for the font. Let's turn that into blue. And maybe I want to have an italicized and underline, and boom, there you go. So that's a really simple way to do that. When you're done, let's say I'm done with this particular story, I'm going to go file, download, and I believe the way that I have this set up that you would have to download each one of the pages separately. So I'm just going to download that, and then I don't know if you're going to be able to see my download. Let's see if you can see my download. You cannot, so we'll share here. And this is what it looks like in downloadable form. Okay, so that's one way that you can tackle this problem. The other way that you can tackle this problem is by going into Canva, and I'll share this tab instead. And I just typed in ebook. And I've actually done some ebooks with my kids. What I would recommend that you do, first of all, if you don't have a pro account, I encourage it, but you can do a lot with a free account. So let's grab a free one. It looks like this one's maybe a free account. Okay, and I can come in and I can say, customize the template. And let's see if it shows up on your end. We want to share this tab. Okay, so now I've got this template. Okay, so maybe that isn't quite what I wanted, but it gave me the grass. Maybe I want to just change the grass to something else. Maybe I want to put it on the earth, or maybe I want to change the critter that's showing over here. Whatever it happens to be, you have a lot of flexibility. And the nice part about this is that you can change the text in here. Now, let me see if I can just get in and show you one that one of my students has done, just to give you an idea. I know you can't see it, but you will in a minute. So I'm going to go to my home page and select. I have a student that has done a little bit of writing, and we'll share this one. So all of the things that are in this booklet have been created by a student, and he has been doing just a little bit of writing here and there. And when we find a piece of writing that he really likes, we like it. So he actually does all of his writing inside of a Google Doc. I just simply, and he edits it. So these are all his own edits. I go in here, I grab the text, and then I throw it in. So he decided that he wants all of his pages to have this background on it. Okay. This was a picture that he did in Google Drawing, and we just threw it in here. This was a picture that he actually drew of an ogre pond. It's a story that he was writing about one of his favorite Pokemon. That's his picture there. And then we've got what he wants to be when he grows up. So that's kind of where we're at right now, as far as what he has been able to create. And so those are just a couple of ideas. So if you're stuck, you're really stuck, because I think sometimes we just need ideas and inspiration. These are two great tools that you can quickly open and use, but you're going to want to probably do a little bit of research before you hop into that lesson and kind of know the direction that you want it to go. Don't keep asking everybody for, well, what should I do? What should I do? Just go ahead and just dive in and do it, because you're never going to know until you try. But these are two ideas for inspiration. Make your tutoring business your tutoring business. Run it the way you want it to run. Seek others for inspiration, but then also make it your idea. Make it what you want the kids to do. And another nice part about what I just showed you on Google, on Canva, is that you can literally then say, let's download it, and then you can order it. And so it can be an actual book. So that's another step that you could take as well. I hope that this has been helpful to you. I know a lot of times we get kind of stuck and we don't really know what the next step is. Use this idea for inspiration. This is not the one-stop shop for everything, but I try to help the members of the Tech Hub for Tutors really come up with strategies that will help them move forward. If you'd like more information about the Tech Hub for Tutors, you can certainly come and visit us. I will pull that information up as well. It is on my Tutoring with Sheryl website, and I got to get that up. And sometimes my first picture doesn't want to load really quickly. So my first picture didn't load, probably because of my bandwidth, but we'll come over here to the Tech Coach for Tutors, and this is where you can find us. And I need to update for our May workshops, because those are right around the corner. I'm not actually hosting anything live, but I will update this, and you guys can get more information here on the Tech Hub for Tutors. All right, we're going to wrap this conversation up. You guys make it a great day, and as usual, keep the learning going.